The last year has brought us some golden characters. That's why I think it's just fair now to mention the best 10 heroes in the current meta that you should start using immediately in your battles for easy wins and more fun. Without further ado, let's start with the first hero we have on our list, Lynx. She is known for her elegant movements and superior aiming accuracy, without mentioning her versatile gunplay that makes it pretty good for players who are looking for a hero with the ease of use element to handle any gunfight situation. The best part yet about Lynx is her phenomenal talents, such as her powerful hearing ability and her extremely good vision. That will make you keep an eye and an ear on every corner and sight in the map with zero effort. The only thing that I can see hard about this hero is getting used to her different shooting modes, which can be a little bit challenging and tricky at first. But once you master her, you will play like you never did before. The next hero that is finally worthy to be mentioned in our lists, now as one of the best heroes to main, is Doc. I know it's bananas, but trust me, the recent balance changes done by the devs have truly changed a lot of things, including heroes that we have been seeing as weak, but now they have become even stronger and necessary in some team combination, such as Doc. Doc is a special hero that has a lot of potential thanks to his unique weapon with over 70 bullets, and the healing medkit that will ignore entirely the incoming damage. But I must mention that he does very well while being in a pre-made team. And apparently, we can't make a list of the best heroes to play right now without mentioning the powerhouse and the one-man army, Leviathan. Even after the devs attempt to nerf him this new season, he is still strong and scary. He is not definitely broken, but you can say he has more power than usual. His capabilities are beyond amazing, as his piercing power stats exceed all limitations of the other characters and break the game's rules. The distance his mad bullets can travel is also unbelievable. He can even counter sniper heroes like Mirage with that long firing range. Leviathan new turret has also improved his gameplay mechanics and developed those things he was lacking and made him more invincible to be rushed. Next up is, of course, the mastermind, who is one of the most important assets in almost every match, Raven. He can play out a battle in your mind like a magician, especially if he is in the right hands. The only new challenge that has made him a bit hard to pick today is the drones, as they consume all his bullets and damage his health so quickly. Other than that, he is very good if you're that type of player who is stealthy and overprotective. Another thing about Raven is he is a bit difficult, although he is full of surprises, as I like always to say, because of his disarm passive and the scan ability, which can make you single-handedly, an entire team alone. He can be very hard to get used to. His weapon mechanics. That's why if I were you, I would most likely keep him as my last option, in case you are going to try all these best 10 heroes. Next, we have the famous wrestler, also finally a worthy opponent for Arnie, who weighs more than 800 kilograms, Ramsay. He is one of the best heroes at the main time, due to his rampage ability and big health pole. You can't miss with this big fella without your butt being kicked out of the arena with several injuries. He has likely the most aggressive abilities that I have ever seen, and passives that you can use for pushing and making enemies trembling with fear. I'm not trying to make a good image of him, but I truly feel that devs have been going creative in making this hero. Besides what you could think of as a broken ability and massive health, he has very slow movement speed and the loudest noises. So if you still think this hero is broken, we'll wait until you hear the last thing. In case you were in the middle of the best clutches in your life, your weapon will kill you eventually because of overheating. So, in conclusion, Ramsay is pretty balanced, in my opinion. Vi is powerful and everything. But let's be honest, Tess is the real deal. With her extra electricity charge, she can produce a tremendous chain of electricity that will finish a whole squad in a few seconds. This specific feature about her is making her stand out in the meta from my side, because you face third-party fights many times. While playing Tess, your only salvation is to deal with them properly and in the best way possible, as her main ability, Ball Lightning, doesn't only deactivate heroes' abilities, but also lowers some of their stats, such as lowering enemies' fire rate and armor penetration, which be a game changer in some scenarios. And the best thing about all of this is that she requires no aiming skills, and your opponents cannot do anything about her main ability. Next, we got the Queen of Shotgun, Sparkle. Simple, but strong enough to make enemies shake off fear and help you approach your battles much faster and without planning. That's right, she is Sparkle with her super crazy weapon. She has stronger bearing force, unlike her counterparts. Sparkle can never go weak, and that's too obvious due to her powerful weapon and her personal gear set, which is, by the way, considered as one of the best personal gear sets ever, as it can never goes wrong. You can't play Sparkle without falling in love with her because of her fast health regeneration. There are too many good points about Sparkle, but the best part will always stay her weapon because of the high damage and the decent health and mobility, which you won't make you complain about. The 8th hero on our list will be the superstar of speed, Alice. She has surprisingly replaced Freddy for good because of not only her high movement speed, which is what she is mainly known for, but also her portal gun ability that not only works as a portal to teleport you from one location to another, but increases your movement speed and help you tackle opponents' movement, which make them easy targets for Alice. Her fire rate is slightly better than Freddy's, but the wildfire spread in order of shooting while moving, compared to Freddy, is her weakest point, as you need to lower her fire spread as much as possible if you want to make all your shots count, because it might be a bit tricky to focus all your fire into one direction while moving fast. And there is no way to forget to mention the newest hero, and probably the most broken one in the game's history, Vi. Because of her main ability, Shadow Step, which doesn't have a cooldown, and her speed along with the low noises, she is unstoppable. You won't even feel her getting close to you, as she is a feather in battle, but has pretty sharp skills to go between defenses and getting out without a single scratch. She is perfect on every side, however. With great power comes great responsibility. You will have to watch your back all the time, and keep finding gaps in the map and in the team defenses to make the way for your team. I don't think there is much to say about Vi, because you are already fully aware of what she can do. My only tip for her, in case you are willing to get her and master her, is the fact she is so weak in front of bullets. More than any trooper hero, she might have decent speed and good damage, but her health stat is very low compared to her assault rifle heroes. That's why cautiousness is a priority. Finally, we got the freaking Satoshi. His name is enough to give you an image of what you are dealing with, and the power you have in your hands, especially if you were experienced enough in the game. Satoshi is a pretty tough character. He's proven that over years of the new rebalance changes, and with the arrival of the new heroes, none of them could bypass him safely without struggle. He has a lot more potential, actually, than you think in the battle, despite him being less picked by veterans lately. What makes Satoshi special to me is his main ability, Force Field, along with his healing ability. It is really strong for stopping an entire push on defense or rushing opponents. In addition to that, Satoshi allows you to solo carry games much easier as well, and he is always the win condition in the last circle of the zone.